everybody, to day 4 of our journey together here that I called the 12 Days of Sacred Self. My name is Jona Bryndis. I'm an energy healer, trainer, and coach here at transCODES. And together we are filling up this space with deeper contemplations and understanding the spiritual realms in a way that allows us to build a bridge between the material, the 3D, and the spiritual world, perhaps in a more conscious way. So we all kind of know that spirituality is part of our life. Now, whether you are a believer or whether you have joined any spiritual groups or not, but it is clear nowadays in this day and age that there are many aspects in our life, in our world, in our living together here as humans that cannot just be resolved through technology. We had a very good experience of this in the past years where we had technology but weren't able to commune in the ways that we were used to. Our freedom to be together was restricted, and that showed us that there is a longing, a need for deeper connection in us. It also showed us that it really comes down to our expressing of that. Yeah, so it's easy when everything is preconceived, when there are procedures and protocols, especially for the holidays. Merry Christmas to you in Europe and Australia and South Africa. Yeah, where we have sort of a guideline on how to do things. But what about our inner guidelines, our virtues, our own sort of call on our higher self, what we want to express during these holy days and nights? Yesterday, I talked a little bit about the difference between spiritual thinking and spiritual feeling. And today I want to contemplate the spiritual acting, the actual expressing, the acting it out on our daily lives and our daily lives in the practical. Yeah, how do we feel reminded, or how can we remind ourselves on our higher virtues, on that which we, came here, the mission that we came here for, to live it. What in us triggers that? What in us allows us to become more conscious of our daily choices? So on day 1, we realized that there is a spiritual presence in us. In fact, we came to the conclusion that we are first and foremost a spirit being that is having a physical experience. And on day 2, we investigated the way we conceptualize, the way we think about our life and the impulses that come into our consciousness, that allow us to have our own insights, to have our own free thoughts, that bring about our own conclusions. And yesterday we contemplated about our sentiments, our inner feelings, and what in us helps us to connect with those, and obviously also how we can catch that and configure or regroup ourselves to be more aware of that we truly are. Today, I would like to point your attention to the freedom that we give ourselves as individuated spirit being. Yeah, so the higher we get in our consciousness, the more aware we become of who we are, why we're here, and what it is that we need to bring into expression. The more aware we also become of, well, our congruence. Yeah, like how authentic are we? There's a part in us that reminds us that spirituality or the higher virtues that we want to embody are not just concepts. Yes, that they have to come into expression with.
Depuis peu, j'essaye de me tenir droite et de regarder au loin.
Each and every one of us.
Mais globalement, je suis quand même.
There is a translation going on, I think.
Recroquevillée, où je vais avoir tendance à.
Okay, hang on a second. Do you guys hear that?
Des fois qui s'installent, elles sont posées, les jambes pliées,
nice
même dans le métro, je me rends compte des fois. Alors j'essaye de correspondre à moi-même mais je me rends compte que je suis quand même toujours les jambes fermées. Je suis toujours mes vues, bon, on voit pas beaucoup, mais sur mes pulls, qu'on voit pas trop mes formes, qu'on voit pas trop mes cuisses. Alors que j'ai ce truc, en fait, on s'habille comme on veut, mon corps est à moi, ou à les insulter si on me regarde ou je sais pas quoi. J'ai quand même ce truc de, on va quand même pas trop se faire remarquer, on va se cacher.
All right. That was interesting. I did manage to turn it on.
Depuis peu, j'essaye de me tenir droite.
Hey. Sorry for this.
Sounds like she knows what she's talking about.
No, this wasn't a translation. Oh, how funny. Yeah, so these things that happen in life, right, that catch our attention and make it difficult, that distract us from what it is that we want to express. These are the challenges. The challenge that we have to contend with is that 3D life and the 3D nature of ourselves can get in the way. We often call this our ego nature. And our ego nature is nothing but the part in us that is focused on the 3D survival. It's a valid notion, it's a valid impulse, but if it dominates our expressions, then we can come into contradictions with ourselves. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? We feel a schism within ourselves. Yeah, we want to go the higher route. We want to express our own needs and wants and thoughts. We want to express how we feel toward people. We want to be open. We want to be empathetic. But we also need to heed, our own sort of more rudimentary or animalistic needs. And on that level, we are also encountering darkness. We are encountering parts of our own darkness. Yeah? Our own resentments, our own judgment, yeah? Our own negative sentiments, not just the negative inner self-talk toward ourselves, but also toward the world, toward others. And this is what day 4 should remind us of, that there is this nature in us and the world. This is not just in us, this is a reflection of how the universe works. Yeah, that also brings in the adversity, that brings in the counter force of that which we are working on. Now, if I formulate this in a positive way, I could say it like, you always get the challenges presented that you are capable of solving. Yeah, so the kind of challenges or adversities that you face are exactly the ones that wants to bring out this higher expression, this more conscious choosing and acting in you. And this happens in such a synchronicity that you are able to muster that exactly at the time when these adversities come in. And here in the Sacred Self-Healing Community, where we have workshops, where we have daily online meditations and energy talks, we talk about this as conscious choosing. Yeah, so the conscious choosing of not just who you understand yourself as, who or what you understand others as, how you deal with your thinkingness, how you deal with your emotions, how you deal with your body, but also how you deal, how you manage, how you master your daily expressions. That is what defines us in our higher virtues. That is what in the spirit world is perceived or is recorded as you. So let me find another way to express this. You are a spirit being, you are a soul, that has chosen to incarnate into this 3D reality with a physical 3D, lower dimensional perception in order to learn something. Your life is like a training course, like a school, and there's different grades, there's different hierarchies, different levels on which you can graduate here, depending on how many of these cycles, these schools you've already gone through. And we come in with sort of an amnesia, with our brain, our physical brain, not having a recording of that. But the spirit being in us has a recording of that. And so as we are going through the perils of our own 3D developmental stages, psychologically, from infant, early childhood, teenagehood, adolescence, into our mature adulthood, and then finally into the wiser self, we are more and more tapping into the memory of that as we are becoming more conscious. Now, this is not a guarantee, because we have free choice. We are not forced to become spiritual, but it is the higher potential in all of us. So the more we tap into our own spirit being, the more life begins to make sense. The more things that happen in this world, in this 3D world, as well as in the spirit world, begin to make sense. The more we learn to navigate these realms that are first unknown to us, only to find out that we have a distinct memory of them. Emer, could you do me a favor and turn off your camera? You can all have your cameras on, but if there's a dark black picture, I don't know if you've seen this on the YouTube videos, it just is blank. Thank you. So the more we follow this call from our true self, to tune into this inner spirit being that we are. And the more we follow the call from, those higher beings that are guiding us, on this journey, the archangels that we talked about yesterday, that remind us of our mission, that remind us what this class is for, our karmic patterns and things that we begin to see, when we tune into our own spirit being. This is all tapping into this memory that is in us, be it the tribal memory, which is stored in our blood, or our spiritual memory of, say, past lives, that is stored in our etheric. We are moving deeper and deeper back into our true being through these spiritual journeys that we are all on, that are very unique to us and yet the same. Eventually, we all return to our original being. And whenever we leave this physical plane and return to our spiritual plane, to the spirit being that we are, certain lessons, certain information, certain things from this school, from this class of this lifetime get preserved. Those become your treasures. The question is, which of these experiences, these learning experiences that you have made or had here in this life, do you want to be preserved? When you come to this awareness that there is a bigger sort of graduation process going on, that there are certain things that you need to move on, that you want, the soul being in you wants to go through these classes. And not just you as a person, but also all of us here, at this day and age, this epoch that we are in here, where we come together as soul beings to go through this class at this time. We are all experiencing this time together in form of, in German we call this Zeitgeist. It's the sign of the times. It's the age of forming our consciousness soul. We are all here, and our souls know this, to experience this transition of humanity, from barely, being aware of our physical form and the sacredness of that, from barely being aware of our feeling soul, that transports all our sentiments, all our feelings, all our imaginations, warmth, light, sound, into the spirit world. And our etheric, that transports and records our insights, our own thoughts, ideas, and inspirations into the spirit world. That is your treasure. And on that level of perception, you sometimes feel reminded of your higher virtues. Yeah, that's a different spiritual hierarchy within yourself that reminds you, yeah, that everything that you choose, everything that you put out there in this world has an impact on the world. And the spirit beings, yeah, the spiritual hierarchy, the spiritual pay grade that is responsible for it are the ARCHAI. They are above the archangels. They bring in the principalities of an era. They help us form our spiritual personality. They help us form our higher virtues. They help us form our spiritual identity by sending us the impulse to overcome the animalistic nature, the 3D nature, the greed, the hatred, everything that religions call sins. The things that can distract us into the lower expression. Today, we don't need to be told that it's not okay to kill, that it's not okay to steal, that it's not okay to rape, that it's not okay to trash other people's front yards, that it's not okay to control others. With this level of consciousness, you don't need to be told this. You've unlocked this level of consciousness within yourself. And that's why the lessons or the adversities, the things that you personally need to overcome, line up, match up synchronistically to your life's experiences. When you can remember this, then you will find, that all that you obsessed about or that you wanted to lose faith over or that you wanted to throw the towel or that you wanted to just give up on in the past was nothing other than just a graduation gift that helped you through catharsis, through crisis, through sometimes trauma, to unlock this higher consciousness in you. This is something that is hard to feel when you have not gone through this, what I called initiation process, when you have not yet fully grasped your power to freely think, to freely feel, and to freely act. This is what the alignment here of day 2 is about. On day 4, we are tuning in to the spiritual level of principalities, of the lesson of this time of awakening to our consciousness soul that records and judges and grades ourselves based on how authentically, how congruently we can maneuver through this time. And what we feel as inner judgment, or sometimes when we are at a lower consciousness as the fear of outer judgment, is nothing but the impulse to remind ourselves on our inner higher being. You do not need to be afraid of this. You just need to recognize that that is what you came here for. And then it's up to you. So the conscious choosing is what this initiation process is about. And the more conscious you become, the more conscious your everyday choices are, and the less outer rules and regulations and conditions you need, the less you become dependent on your outer energetic and 3D conditions, the more individuated you become as a soul self. Let's tune into this higher calling in you, yeah? What the ARCHAI bring in as this spirit of times here for all of us, and why you are here right now to witness this global awakening process. With the alignment initiation I will play for you here right now. For this purpose, I will turn my microphone off and enjoy this alignment as a mini meditation with you together. Initiation. To love, truth, and peace within me, I dedicate myself. I am ready to be one with my true self, the part in me that is unchanging, eternal, and infinite. I embrace change as the evolutionary path of my being and trust in my true self to guide me to unfold my highest expression and purpose in life. By being aware of the conscious soul self I am, I choose to follow the impulse for freedom and deep healing so that I can neutralize all external influences that do not serve my highest good. I can feel and sense that I have all I need to be my higher self in me already. Yes, I am ready. With this awareness, I can accept all limitations as learning experiences, no matter how big the challenge, and feel nothing but gratitude for any opportunity to heal and express my soul purpose. I am willing to embrace my responsibility as co-creator of my reality, past, present, and future. All is perfect the way it is. For me to fully feel this, I choose to let go of believing I need something from the outside to fully express my authentic self. I choose to let go of the illusions of lack or that I am not enough, conscious or unconscious, and all dependencies that are holding me back from feeling the right to be myself. I can do this. I dedicate my energy only to what clears and heals me, and what reminds me of my true being, while being open for new perspectives and solutions that are in alignment with my purpose, even if my mind doesn't know what this is yet. I am aware of the importance of making this a conscious choice, as I understand that only I have the authority to choose who I want to experience this life as. Yes, I am ready. Through the power in my heart, I herewith clear all attachments, limitations, conditioning, mind control, energetic ties and karmic binds in any dimension or time to any person, entity, or ego illusion. Nothing and no one has the right to violate my integrity or authenticity. I trust in my ability to sense anything or anyone compromising my trust in my true self, including choices in my past that did not yet express my highest potential. From here on, I devote my energy only to conscious choices, recognizing the higher power expressing through me, now and at all times. I love the freedom of who I am. I love the truth of who I am. I love who I am. True self. Thank you once more for my energetic sensitivity that shows me when I need to stand my ground and when I need to let go. For my critical thinking and insight, for it shows me when I need to self-correct and when I need to shift. For the love and compassion in my heart, as it reminds me of the sacredness of my reignited light, expressing as the courage and motivation to do what is needed to finally be a free me. Now, I can rest in my heart, as all there is left to do is to live and create my life in the light of love and truth. Thank you. When we do these alignments, it's something that many of you know. I've dedicated my life's work to this, to helping people having an inner experience of their higher self. And this is what all this is about. Every single energy talk. Connect with your true self. Love integrity. Learning how to become an energy healer. Become an inner heart warrior. Base training club. Everything about the inner experience. And when you become aware of your inner experience, I know my job is done. As we are going through these sacred days here together, we are associating every day with a month of the coming year, 2024. So the fourth day is associated with April 24th. And those of you who are receiving my emails, you can see this. I summarize all your guys' sharing and let them flow into the forecast for that particular month. I don't know how you just experienced this alignment. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just in a few words, physical sensations or images or movie snippets or...
Very intense today.
Yeah, here too.
Don't even know what to say apart from that. Just want to let it settle. Very intense.
Thank you, Ema, for giving this words other than my words, because that's exactly how I feel too.
Hi, Jona.
Hi.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that I noticed stars, clusters of stars in my near field, midfield, that were kind of rising up to the right and then back towards the center.
Rising up to the right and back to the center, okay. In front or above you?
In front, but rising. And then it seemed to zoom out to the distance, like almost galactical. Like first it was close to mid-range and then it zoomed way, way out.
Okay. This feels very accurate to me, even though this is a visual and not everyone can connect with this. Thank you for sharing this. This is something I saw yesterday, as a matter of fact. And obviously, you know, these kind of energies, they're not going month by month. So for the end of March and until the middle to the 21st of April, what you just described will be relevant. Okay. I also perceived the need to keep my eyes open. Did anybody else have that? It is easier to tune into your inner world when you close your eyes. But at a later stage of development of perception, you will notice that keeping your eyes open brings in another level of perception. Advanced clairvoyance is actually not seeing more. These things that you describe in form of feelings and sensations and emotions. And this is something that happens in your inner eye, whether your eyes are open or closed. I had the very strong urge to keep my eyes open to face that which is displayed. intensity, any other sentiments, feelings, even though it's hard to put into words.
Just kind of in relation to that, it feels like some big stuff that I don't know or can't put my finger on. But like that again, you know, it'll be okay, but just keep your wits about you, keep very grounded and keep very still.
And stay with your higher being. Remind yourself that which you are. I was moved to tears just remembering how much power I feel when I tune into this. I feel so much stronger to face whatever comes my way. So April is going to be a challenging month for all of us, guys. Yeah? Remember how I talked about these synchronicities, how we get served exactly the kind of adversity that we need to muster those higher powers in us. Yeah, so graduating is always also something that challenges us. Let's not forget that. Yeah, there is something big coming our way. Most of you here that have been following me, that have been using the impulses that I'm sending out to learn to develop this sense in you, are well prepared. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. So remember, these higher powers are in you already. All you need to do is to choose it. You need to choose that part of your being as the one that's running the show. And you need to learn that that is who you are. That is not something that is bestowed upon you from the outside. That is your birthright. And the moment you claim it is the moment where you individuate as a soul self. Is the moment where you become free of all these outer rules and regulations, but also mind control and deception. It's the moment where you become self-directed, a full member of the Spirit Being Society, if you will. And this is what this initiation process is about. Spiritual initiation prepares you to become a conscious spirit being. And all of that is just preparation for yet another level of spiritual consciousness, guys. Yeah, so we here as humans in this earth class, we're kind of like in kindergarten of spiritual graduation. And as we graduate, as we learn to overcome the adversities and challenges of this realm, we will graduate into the next realm. Now you're starting to understand the context of it all. What is the next realm to human 3D being? It is the angel realm. When you graduate from this school, this human 3D school, you will graduate to become a guardian angel, to help another human or group of humans through their journey. You are the one that just graduated from it. So you're the closest to understanding their sorrows and their resistances and their distractions. More about this in the next coming days. Today, on Christmas Eve, I just want to thank you for showing up for your higher being. You basically put in the application for a higher pay grade, for the higher jobs. All right. And you are going through this in this lifetime to graduate. And this is a very beautiful thing when your soul awakens to this consciously. And I feel very honored that you chose me to be your guide, that you chose this platform, to fill up with your spiritual presence, and that you found this community of spirits, of spirit beings that are aware of this. So with this, I would like to release you into your holiday celebrations of reigniting the light and entering in your Christ body, entering into your conscious embodied spirit. Thank you all for filling this space with your presence. I love you guys. Be conscious.
Thank you.